NASCAR Cup Series qualifying is officially done from Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and Denny Hamlin has won his fourth pole of 2025. What's going on, guys? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. As I just said a second ago, NASCAR Cup Series qualifying is officially done from Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and Denny Hamlin has won his fourth pole of the 2025 season. Denny Hamlin put together a pretty awesome and really good lap, especially going through turn number 3, which a lot of drivers had really good laps going through turn number 3. Denny Hamlin did the best job going through turn number 3 and was able to pick up the pole. Denny Hamlin was complaining a little bit about the car in practice, but he seemed to have pretty good car in practice, especially on the longer run. And you're going to need to have a really good car in the long run if you're going to have a chance and an opportunity to pick up the victory tomorrow, considering how historically there's a lot of long runs at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And this 11 car really has some pretty good speed. And I'm not surprised that Joe Gibbs racing cars have been really strong, especially on the mile and a half so far this year. They always show really good pace and speed. They've been pretty good at Las Vegas in the past as well, having won as many races in recent years at this track. But I would expect Denny Hamlin to have a really good car. He won it previously back in 2021, and I think Hamlin has a good chance to get another race done in the fall here to have a chance to get to the championship 4. Looking for his first win in quite some time, actually. I don't think Hamlin's actually his first win since Gateway, looking to get that done. We'll see how things go, but nonetheless, a really big day for Denny Hamlin, especially for Joe Gibbs Racing. All qualified pretty well and all show really, really good speed. We're pretty impressive out on the track, especially Toyota having really good speed today. But nonetheless, for Denny Hamlin, it's a big deal. Congratulations, Denny Hamlin, on winning the pole. His fourth pole of the year, I believe, also his 48th career Cup Series pole, so he's only 2 away from reaching the 50 club, having 50 poles and 50 wins. Good for Hamlin. Congratulations him on winning the pole. So now we're going to talk about the top qualifiers and then talk about what are the storylines going into the race. So Denny Hamlin picks up the win pole. Chase Briscoe qualifies second on the front row. Really impressive for Chase Briscoe once again being really good at qualifying. Qualifying is going to be so important, especially in these final 3 races of this round before the championship event. Chase Briscoe's been one of the best qualifiers, maybe the best qualifier so far this year. Good speed for Briscoe, been qualifying up front, leading laps early in these runs. Good job for Briscoe. He'll be starting in second. Christopher Bell qualified third. The 20 car and the 19 car, I should say, also both showed really good speed. Bell's car looks really good. Bell had a dominant car last fall here, was really good at Kansas, a track similar to this. Bell always qualifies well at these types of tracks, won the pole quite a bit here in Vegas. Not enough today to get it done, but he'll be starting third. Good job for Christopher Bell. Chase Elliott qualifies fourth. The best of the non-Joe Gibbs racing cars and the best of the Hendrick cars. Chase Elliott once again qualifying really well. Remember, he qualified in the top 5 the last time he ran as a mile and a half at Kansas. He won the race there, so Chase may have a chance to win, which he hasn't been that great at Vegas in the past, but he'll be starting fourth. Good job for Chase. They've struggled to qualify a lot this year, so good to see him inside the top 5. William Byron qualified 5th. Solid speed for William Byron. The best speed I think they've shown so far in these playoffs so far. They look to be one of the strongest cars, especially in a long run. Maybe the best Chevrolet in the field. He'll be starting in 5th. Really good job for William Byron. Kyle Larson qualified 6th, the third of the Hendrick cars, but still some really, really good speed. They were all up and down in practice earlier today, but I think Larson does have a decent car. Maybe not the fastest car out there, but he does show some decent speed. He'll be starting 6th. Pretty good job for Kyle Larson. Bubba Wallace qualified 7th, the best of the non-playoff cars. I really thought Bubba was going to win the pole after he had that good qualifying run, but a really solid job for Bubba. He has been really strong so far throughout the year, had his best season up this point. Best 23-11 car, good job for Bubba. He'll be starting 7th. Tyler Reddick qualified 8th. Solid speed for Tyler Reddick. Not enough to beat his teammate Bubba, but showing some pretty good speed here, especially in practice on a longer run. He'll be starting 8th. Good job for Tyler Reddick. Joe Logano qualified 9th. After how far this 22 car was off in practice earlier today, it's pretty impressive this team really turned the corner and really turned up the wick in qualifying. A solid job for Joey Logano. He's in a must-win situation, pretty much already going to the first race. He'll start 9th. Solid job for Joey Logano. And Ty Gibbs qualified 10th. Really solid speed for Ty Gibbs. Ty Gibbs, to me, has one of the best cars in the field, one of the stronger Toyotas in the field as well. It's pretty impressive to see all 4 JGR cars inside the top 10. Solid speed for Ty. He'll be starting in 10th. Chris Buescher qualified 11th. Not a bad job for Chris Buescher there. Alex Bowman qualified 12th. Decent speed for Alex Bowman. He's been solid in the past at Las Vegas, starting inside the top 15. Good job for Bowman. Not bad for him. The worst Hendrick, but still inside the top 15. Shane Van Gisbergen qualifies 13th. Once again, the fastest of the Trackhouse Racing machines, and once again, continuing to be impressive in qualifying. He has gotten so much better at that throughout this year, but doing a really solid job at that. May not have the best race pace, but he's shown really good stuff in qualifying. If they can fix it, he could have a chance to get a top 10 like he did at Kansas. Continues to get better. He'll be starting 13th. Ryan Blaney qualified 14th. The Penske cars didn't show the most speed out there, but Blaney was the best. The Penske cars on track. He will start 14th. Not enough to be as good as teammate Logano qualifying, but he'll start 14th. Not bad for Ryan Blaney. Ross Chastain qualified 15th. Ross Chastain has one of the strongest cars, in my opinion. Just not enough, though, to be a factor for the pole. Faded back a bit because if he was in that first group, which you're at a disadvantage if you're in that group, he'll start back in 15th. Ryan Preece qualified 16th. Not bad for him. Daniel Suarez qualified 17th. Still looking for a job currently at the moment going into 2026. Michael McDowell won the pole in the spring. He'll start back in 18th. Eric Jones qualified 19th. AJ Allmendinger qualified 20th. Cole Custer, one of his better starting positions so far this year, he qualified 21st. Carson Osbar, who's been a good qualifier this year, surprisingly pretty far down, he'll start back in 22nd. Zane Smith qualified 23rd, had a flip the last mile and a half, and he'll start inside the top 25 there. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. qualified in 24th. Austin Dillon, the best of the RCR cars, qualified in 25th. John Nemechek qualified in 26th. Justin Haley qualified back in 27th. Noah Gragson qualified 28th. Josh Berry, the defending winner of the spring race earlier this year, no speed from the 21 car whatsoever in practice or qualifying. He's starting back at 29th. Todd Gillen qualified 30th. Austin Cindric qualified 31st. Once again, way behind his teammates in qualifying, especially. Been struggling a lot on that front this year. He'll be starting back in 31st. Kyle Busch qualified 32nd. Back-to-back weeks of just not qualifying very, very well. I think Kyle Busch is clear as day. He's ready to end this year and just get to 2026 at this point. It's been a disastrous year for the 18. He'll start 32nd. Riley Herbst qualified 33rd. Brad Keselowski had to go out really early in his qualifying session. Qualified all the way back in 34th. He's got decent race pace, but just got some work to do to get up front. Ty Dillon qualified 35th. Cody Ware qualified back in 36th. JJ Ely qualified 37th. And Catherine Lake qualified last in 38th. So now let's talk about the big storylines going into the race tomorrow and talk about the favorites going into the race as well. The big storyline is going to be the temperature. I can't remember if they said it's going to be 10 degrees cooler or 10 degrees warmer, but depending on what the temperature is, it could affect these cars in quite a bit ways. And I think that could play a role in some guys who may not have been as strong today, maybe being a little better tomorrow. It also was very windy, so track conditions were definitely interesting on the windy side of things. The wind, I think, is going to play a factor in a role in the race tomorrow afternoon. I think it's going to affect who could be strong and who could be really good in the race. And finally, let's talk about the favorites going in. I think William Byron is one of the favorites. The 24 car really strong in practice earlier today. I look for the 24 to show some good speed. Chase Briscoe, really good on the long run. Christopher Bell, pretty good on the long run. Chase Elliott showed some pretty good speed in practice. I think he's got a shot. Ty Gibbs, I think he has a pretty good car. Bubba Wallace has really good long run speed as well. And even Ty Gibbs, like I mentioned, I think already, I think he's got a fast car. And I think Ross Chastain could be a factor in this race tomorrow. I think he's going to be strong and really good in the race tomorrow. I think it's going to be a very interesting race to see how things play out during the NASCAR Cup Series race tomorrow. It could be a wide open race for a lot of different drivers have a chance to pick up the win in victory. And we could see some sleepers go out there like a Tyler Reddick, like an SVGB Factors. Also, who knows? But I think it should be very interesting to see how the race will play out tomorrow for the NASCAR Cup Series event at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. So, that is going to be for reactions to NASCAR Cup Series qualifying from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. Let's go below that and comment your thoughts below on today's episode. Your thoughts about NASCAR Cup Series qualifying from Las Vegas. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And congratulate Denny Hamlin on winning another pole. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Tomorrow on the channel, we're going to have the starting lineup video for the Cup race at Las Vegas. We'll also have the race review later tonight for the Xfinity Series race. Then we'll also have the Cup review and then Shane Van Gisbergen video potentially as well. And then on Monday, there will not be video on the channel for personal reasons. And then Tuesday, we'll be back doing maybe a news video or maybe race picks for trucks and Xfinity. And then, of course, we will on Wednesday have maybe Cup race picks or probably a NASCAR news video at that point from everything this past week. We got a lot of content coming on people like Haley Dean, Shane Van Gisbergen, Carl Roberts, Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, Bo Wallace, Ross Chastain, Sheldon Creed, Sam Mayer, Frankie Muniz, Cletus Afron, Dodge Ram, Kyle Larson, Chase Light, Ryan Preece, Connor Zilch, Daniel Suarez, Junior Motorsports. There's a lot of really big content dropping. We got a few weeks left. We got Talladega next week. And then, of course, after that, we got Martinsville, then Phoenix. We got 3 weeks left after tomorrow. Should be very interesting to see how the final few races of this championship run do play out. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode. I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content, other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.